Hi guys, my name is Keith Narodis, known as the leader and superior of Club LASM, aka lover of animated shows and movies, and I'm here with Sam, aka Simpy.
Hi guys, it's been quite a while since our last episode. Things have been busy in all of our lives, but I'm glad to be in this episode, the last recording of 2025.
And of course, Colby.
Hi, we're the Future Dancers. We move.
So first things first, how are we doing this lovely Saturday afternoon?
I'm doing great, looking forward to this episode, and holiday breaks coming up in a few weeks.
Yesterday, I literally just got back from the movie theater watching Five Nights at Freddy's, the sequel.
I don't really plan on seeing it, even though I really want to, but I think it sounds like an interesting movie.
In fact, you know what's the craziest thing I've seen? While I was at the movie theater, someone who was also at the theater was wearing a Pizza Planet shirt. And it had me thinking about Knights of Guinevere, the last session I did. And everything clicked. Park Planet was actually another Disney reference to Pizza Planet. Boy, was I that slow to realize that, oh my god, Dana is one heck of a genius.
That is genius, actually, yeah.
Like, I did not think of that. Pizza Planet, Park Planet, wow.
She really is a narrative genius.
They don't need the evil. She don't need the evil corporation.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine how good the Owl House could have been if it were an indie animated series.
Oh wow.
The things they could get away with.
Exactly. It's gonna be more suspenseful, just like absolute gore. Like, I don't even know if I can handle that much amount of gore that Dana is gonna pull off if it was actually indeed an indie series. But with Knights of Guinevere, oh, I cannot wait for episode 2. Just greenlit the show glitch, please.
I'm sure they will greenlight it because it's quite good.
With that being said, we should just get to the Helluva Boss finale Sinsmas, because after a whole year of delaying, we are finally here. Like, we need to just get this out of the way, please. Like, we are literally in our festive season, so at least we could just basically have our last session on a very festive episode of Helluva Boss. That is the finale.
You okay, Dad? I can handle this one. You know, if you're not up for it.
Really?
The episode picks up right where we left off as Stolas wakes up in Blitz's couch, being taken care of by Blitz. As months went by, Stolas struggles to adjust his new life on the lower class imps, even failing to contact Octavia. On Sinsmas, Blitz offers a job to Stolas as part of the imp crew. A caring client comes to the office and hires the crew to unalive her ex-husband, who left her for another man. But when the Quattro arrive to their destination, Blitz orders to spare the man's life after reminiscing what could have been for him, Stolas, and their daughters. Back in hell, Stolas goes to Androphis' castle to confront him for keeping him from his daughter. The imp gang arrive just in time before the fight escalates further. The imps was winning at first, but Androphis overpowers the entire party, and just as when he is about to deliver the final blow, Octavia intervenes and demands her uncle to stop hurting Stolas. With the fight over, Octavia confronts her dad about abandoning her over Blitz and being an obligation after discovering his happy pills. Stolas tries to convince Octavia that she's the one good thing in his miserable life. She cuts him off and leaves him for good. Returning back to the apartment, everybody celebrates Sinsmas as Luna invites her friends over. Millie calls her sister for help after discovering that she's pregnant, and Blitz having a heart-to-heart with the absolute heartbroken Stolas. The two share a dance, and while Blitz hugs him, Stolas doesn't reciprocate given how unsure of what's to come next for him, ending season 2 of Helluva Boss.
Honestly, for Helluva Boss, it was a quite enjoyable episode with a really nice emotional moment. I mean, people should give Viv a bit more credit for the good aspects of her writing, but unfortunately, a lot of media critics don't really focus on that much.
I mean, to me, I feel like there were ups and downs, but then rewatching it, it's like I'm now starting to see more of the ups and downs of the writing aspect, honestly, but not just the episode, but the whole season.
So in the opening scene, it's kind of revealed that Beatrice is like a brony, which I found kind of funny.
Oh my god.
Like he's a horse obsession, but it really got me double thinking about why he's obsessed with horses. Is his obsession with horse comes with what happened at the circus incident when, you know, the fire horses caused the fiery explosion that nearly unalived Fizzaroli?
I mean, it could be. That's actually a good theory. Or it could be a case of the autism. Some people had canon him as having it. I think there were a few cute moments with Doris and Beatrice, and some of the scenes were really cute. And if you notice, in some scenes, Doris would reach for like where his happy pills would be because he's used to having them.
Yeah, because I feel like throughout the whole time was he using it or did he not use it?
I mean, not when he was living with Beatrice. No, when he was in his own home, he had those happy pills on him. And him reaching for what could be them and them not being there really shows good subtext that implies that he has an addiction, which I find pretty sad.
Yeah, that just makes me honestly feel bad for Stolas more and more and more because he basically lost his title, and now the cherry on top is him basically losing his daughter. It's just makes me more concerning of what's to come for him, what his arc is going to be like in the third season.
Also, can we talk about that Karen client? Like, he's really homophobic and kind of an asshole. Like, if I were there, I would just straight up refuse service if she were treating employees like that and yelling at them.
Yeah, just me looking back, I thought the Karen client was more like a plot convenience because of the situation that's going on between Blitz, Stolas, and Stella's situation. You know, with Stolas cheating on Stella.
I mean, I guess the husband and Stolas have a similar situation. A gay man in an unhappy marriage with a woman and having an affair with another man where they're happier in a relationship with him.
I mean, that kind of explained why when he saw those two gay men in the mirror, Blitz literally spared their lives because he literally just thought to himself, what could have been if all this drama would have gone haywire, with him and Stolas could have been more and more happier, along with the two daughters, Octavia and Luna.
And also, like, I want to talk a bit about Moxie and Millie. Their relationship and how they were PA fighting was really cute. But I don't know what that would do with Millie's baby since she was pregnant.
Yeah, it's got me theorizing how they're gonna do Moxie and Millie's plot line on season 3, given the fact that Millie's gonna have a child.
I hope that their child and the birth of them could bring like more attention to Millie because she really needs a bit more development, and especially with her relationship with Moxie and Millie. Maybe them becoming parents opens more opportunities to explore their characters, which I'm gonna look forward for.
Yeah, and I honestly noticed that when there's some cracks with the writing because with the shorts they could at least discuss about the pregnancy on the shorts. If they're waiting on discussing that on the third season, then okay.
I really hope they're just waiting for the third season and they're not leaving huge plot holes.
I can understand the shorts are basically just like mini missions of like them just doing their job, being hitmans, unaliving those in the human realm, and just sending them to hell as well. With that being said, we should talk about Octavia, and I really felt bad for the girl. Like, come on.
Yeah, she really has a rough childhood, and she's only a teenager and is going through all that situation with her parents and the relationship with her father, and having to deal with him seemingly leaving her, even though that's not all the case. And she doesn't see the whole picture and doesn't understand what's going on, and she's scared. And I feel bad for her for that.
I really felt bad for her too, because basically in this sad as the scene was, she has every right to abandon her, because Octavia really gave her dad so many chances to basically change the error of his ways and actually being there as he said he would, but he blew it.
Yeah, I mean, both of them, especially Stolas, are at least somewhere in the wrong. None of them are 100% in the right. All of them have done things that put them in the wrong, but adds so much complexity to the situation.
Technically, and I honestly wish they would have delved that more and more and more, because all we saw from Octavia was basically just 2 episodes. And what's coincidentally, the 2 episodes that we saw for Octavia's plotline was literally the 2nd episode of each season. Like you seen season 1, episode 2 was Lululand, which Octavia had the main focus, and Seeing Stars being season 2, episode 2, being the Octavia plotline. I wouldn't be surprised if the 3rd season had a plotline with Octavia in the 2nd episode of season 3, which is, yeah.
I mean, I really hope so, because that would have a lot of development for more minor characters. I really think Viv is kind of neglecting some of her characters that really need to have some spotlight on them.
Yeah, like for instance, like you saw in the Seeing Stars thumbnail, it gives you the idea that Octavia and Luna will be the main focus, but we only saw them at the last 10 minutes or last 5 minutes when they had the spotlight.
It felt kind of clickbaity.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, it did show Octavia, but we were expected to see Octavia and Luna together.
I mean, don't get me wrong, as far as I remember, the episode was pretty decent, but my criticism for it is that it didn't show nearly enough of Octavia and Luna, especially for when the thumbnail makes you assume it's about them. But back to Sinsmas, I find the fight scene, especially where Dorius kind of beats up that, what is his name, Andrealphus?
Yeah, Andrealphus.
Found it kind of funny, and I feel like Andrealphus really deserves that, because he's such an a-hole, and Stella deserves that too. She's a horrible mother and a horrible wife. And she doesn't even let her own daughter see Stolas, even when Stolas was trying to contact her. The fight scene was pretty nice. I like seeing Luna's full Hellhound form.
When I saw Luna's Hellhound form, wow, I did not see that coming. It was not on my bingo card when it comes to that episode. And boy, we actually got it. The animation wise, they were really improving when it comes to animation on the fight sequence. Especially with Hazbin Hotel. The animation was really good when it comes to fight scenes.
And talking about how Octavia saved Stolas, it shows that deep down she still cares about him, and I find that really sweet.
Although she did have to confront him later on after stopping Andrealphus from basically hurting. I mean, she hates Stolas for the things he did, but that doesn't mean she doesn't want him to be hurt, you know? So with that being said, what were your favorite moments from the episode?
Definitely the fight scene, and also the ending scene where Millie finds out she's pregnant and talks to Sally about it. I find that really emotional, and it shows how emotional it can be to discover that you're pregnant, that it isn't always all happiness.
My favorite was the I Will Be Okay song, which was sung by Octavia. which is so ironic. The I Will Be Okay song was actually a flip to You Will Be Okay, which is like almost the same melody but a different feeling, like different type of lyric, which is more sad.
I really like that song too. It's
I like the music
a
in
good
this one
song.
too. So,
I'd say it's one of Bibsy's good songs in the series.
Absolutely. And like I said before, also one of my favorite moments was the signs in which Liz's obsession with horrors most likely started when Fizzaroli nearly died from the fiery explosion.
A character's interest and obsession with something linked to their trauma, I found that quite interesting. It's actually something I did with my murder drones OC Rez, where she has this strange fascination around disassembly drones, which are the ones that are responsible for her parents' death.
Wow.
And I feel like Lietz's interest in horses might be a way to cope with his trauma, similarly to how Rez's interest in disassembly drones are how she coped. And back to Helluva Boss, overall the episode was good, really bittersweet, and had some really nicely written parts. And Colby, would you like to say your final opinion on the episode?
I think one of my favorite parts is, this battle sequence. It's pretty cool. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Cool,
like how
as in it's centered in the snow. I get it. Wow.
I like how Blietz called Antwerp's Elsa. I really hope they don't run into copyright issues because of that.
I forgot about that. I laughed so hard about that. Wow. I mean, he does look like Elsa, doesn't he? Like
I
my
know.
version of Elsa.
Don't always bother these guys.
Disney's gonna have a field day with that.
Yeah, I mean, they've been already having a field day with Knights of Guinevere, but this... With that being said, what can you expect on the upcoming third season? Since we know a while back that the third season, along the entirety of seasons 1 and 2, is on Amazon Prime.
Hopefully more development with Millie. She hasn't gotten enough development over the 2 seasons. And like I said before, maybe her pregnancy and all that stuff could hopefully bring in more development of her and her relationship with Moxie. And also maybe more moments with Octavia and Stolas, and also a better deep dive into the Goetia family and Blietz and Stolas' relationship and how that Sinsmas episode has affected them.
I think that with my predictions, most likely with the show being now as on Amazon Prime, there's most likely chance of having a crossover. It literally got me thinking about which character from 2 different shows are going to interact at this point, because it's literally centering around the same place. Not really, but not the same place, but it's in hell, but it's in different type of places in hell, like the Pride Ring.
Yeah, I'd really like to see some interaction between the Helluva Boss and Has-Been characters. That would be quite interesting. Maybe some fight scenes between them would be cool.
Heck, with even everything that happened in Has-Been Hotel, since spoiler alert of season 2 of Has-Been Hotel, since I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, I hope some of the things that happened in Has-Been Hotel season 2 would be addressed on the show as well.
I mean, realistically it should, but Vivi Pop's writing can be a bit inconsistent at times, but I hope that stuff that happened in Has-Been will be addressed in Helluva Boss too.
And like I said, they're literally both on Amazon Prime at this point, so this has to be the big chance.
Yeah, that would
I'll get a Prime
be
subscription.
really cool.
I really hope some things get better for Blitzo and I forgot his name. Solus, yeah.
Me too.
With that said, thank you guys for being in today's awesome podcast, and I really hope you had an amazing holiday. Christmas is literally gonna be around the corner. We're gonna start the new year strong. Jeez Louise. With that said, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that way you won't miss out on any more of the animation content with me and my friends. With that said, I bid you peace. Bye!
Bye!
Merry Christmas.
Alright. Feliz Navidad.